aesthetically, this is actually very pleasing. All the different, wow, I didn't even notice it. Look at all the like different colors in the text. Oh, looks so nice. Wow. Yeah, welcome to Future Circuit of June 2022. I believe this is the first bracket. I could be very much wrong. No, it actually is. So, the orange bracket, the first bracket of this Futures month. Starting off Futures here. With, as I just said, the orange bracket right at the top, featuring the #1 seed, the BirbWizard. Or if you're, BirbWizard, you might say. Of course, taking on Wallbant from Canada. Actually, I don't know if Wallbant's Canadian. I think Wallbant's Canadian, right? I don't know. Trap Zone from Alaska, taking on ID Kirby. Trap Zone, fun fact, one of the few players to have played in every single CTM tournament. I think it's her. I think Mark Negus maybe, and hopefully me too. If my qual is good enough for hopefuls this month. Game #1 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Both players ready. We can see BirbWizard is playing against a pair of hands and knees with an anime t-shirt on. But at least both players have cameras, which is nice. Always good to see. Alright, so starting off here, both players playing high, but they're also both rolling, so, you know. Although Wallbant now in a bit of a situation, would love a J piece. We'll get the J now, wants another J for the left side, and is gonna get it, so now putting some more weight onto the left, and nearly has this well reopened, although his board was screaming for some teas and did not get any teas, so now having to do a bit more burning. There you go, Tetris for Wallband. No, stream freezes. 93,000 for Wallband, 169 for BirbWizard. So BirbWizard with the advantage here. Wallband's got a nice clean board though, and Burb now has a Lombard dependency, which he's going to be able to fill, so no harm, no foul there. Alright, so 166 for Wallband, 263 for BirbWizard. So BirbWizard with about an 80,000 point lead now as Wallband slams down a Tetris, but BirbWizard responds. Burb with a beautiful left side, just so much white. That doesn't sound right. Squares and Lombard is going over to the left side. Oh, Wallbant, in a lot of trouble now. I say that, and then I realize that Wallbant can handle these things just fine, as you can see right here. With that single, it's got the well reopen. 202 for Wallbant, 334 for BirbWizard. Alright, 384 for BirbWizard. BirbWizard having a very strong 18. 297 for Wallband. Foiled saying I'm supposed to sound impressed when these digs happen for TikTok. I'm sorry. I guess I'm just not made for the TikTok life. 454 for BirbWizard, 300,000 for Wallband. $482 for BirbWizard, $349 for Wallband. Both of these players more than capable of scoring high past the 18 transition, but definitely gotta be feeling good if you're BirbWizard with this over 100,000 point lead now. And it's just been a very clean 18 from BirbWizard, just taking the burns when they're needed. And while building out the left side, and with some good moves, just by doing that, you can get a pretty strong transition right there. As BirbWizard Tetrises into level 19 at 556, gets another 19 Tetris, goes up to 580. Wallband now set up for the final Tetris on level 18 at 128 lines at 405, waiting for this long bar. He's going to transition to level 19 with that Tetris up to 429. BirbWizard gonna get another Tetris. Unfortunately ends up with a Lombard dependency, now needing a J over to the left side. Scratch that. Now needs a Lombard for the left side. So BirbWizard now in a bit of trouble and going for some flat plays here. Board is getting higher and higher and misses the square over to the right side, and BirbWizard is done at 631. So Wallbant has a chase down on the cards and would need to go up to 632. He's gonna handle that survival right there. And now that he knows what the score to get is, really doesn't need to play aggressively here on the post-transition. Doesn't matter when he gets it. And still has a lot of levels to play with for 100,000 points. And if you chain together a few Tetrises, that lead can diminish very quickly. And there with that Tetris up to 554. Less than 80,000 points away. 632 is the score to get. Another Tetris right there. There's another Tetris, so one more Tetris will do it. A bit of lining out will also do the trick, but Wallband, now bit of trouble, but reality it's not high enough to cause any major sweating. And we'll also take quite a chunk out of that score, so now really just a matter of when and not if, it feels like. Just a few more 1,000 points. Gonna take that triple right there, and that's gonna do it. Wallbant taking game number 1 after being down pretty bad on the 18th segment, but a very unfortunate top out there for BirbWizard. Gonna give Wallbant the opportunity to chase down, and we'll be taking that game. And going up 1-0 in the series, this is the 1 versus the 16 seed. BirbWizard just narrowly missing out on a challenger's berth, but now we're 1 seed in futures and finds himself 1-0 down. Yeah, that's I just said a bunch of words that don't really mean much, but you know, that's kind of what I do here. We got a ready from BirbWizard and a ready from Wallbant, so we can begin game number 2 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Oh, that was a nifty adjustment there from Wallbant. Don't really see too many players doing that. Even though it seems quite obvious when you actually see it perform, but that was very nifty. Wallband getting his first Tetris. BirbWizard already with 2. But now has an LJ dependency, but it's going to get the L. Now the left side looking a lot more accommodating here for BirbWizard. Pretty evenly matched here are the two players at the beginning of game number 2. BirbWizard filling in a lot more dependency, which is going to save him a lot of trouble. Going to get that Tetris right there. 142 for BirbWizard, 142 for Wallband. Exact same scores, in fact, after 31 lines. BirbWizard is going to break that deadlock, and Wallband has now taken a few burns. One Tetris advantage here for BirbWizard. Both players are clean, and Tetris ready. Take that back. Wallband is now Tetris ready with that T and gets the nice 5 and below. Not sure if that was intentional there with a delayed burn of the L. Board is looking good though still, so. And is going to get another Tetris right there as BirbWizard now finding himself in some danger. And can't handle this height, but doesn't get the J piece over. And BirbWizard is going to be done at 191. And Wallband already at 197. Shocking twist in the tail. And Wallband, just like that, is now up 2-0. BirbWizard not too pleased with that. Either way, it's going to be Wallband from the country of Canada. Canada recently winning its first major title in CSGO, as Twist became the first Canadian major winner, as FaZe Clan beat Na'Vi 2-0 at the PHEL Major Antwerp. But back to Tetris. Wallband now 2-0 up, and 1 game away from going to round 2 and playing the winner of ID Kirby and Trap Zone. Got a ready from BirbWizard. And a ready from Wallband. So game number 3 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. So I guess we can talk about the players here as the two competitors start off here in game number 3. Obviously BirbWizard, you saw in the promos, if you are here in the Twitch stream. Host of Monday Night Friendlies, and a very, very good commentator. That's just my personal opinion. But I would say that that opinion is objective, and anybody who disagrees can, I don't know, bite me. Actually, no, that sounds weird. Don't do that. But no, that's objective. And Wallbant, a roller who became known in the community for rolling, and then recently started playing more DAS. Why this sudden change of heart? You'd have to ask Wallbant for that. But yeah, has been getting good with that. Nearly got a max out a few days ago. So who knows? Maybe some improvement there with his rolling play as well. 39,000 there for Wallbant after a bit of a suffer start, getting his first Tetris. BirbWizard at 115, definitely in the lead and just building out that left side very, very nicely. Strong start here for BirbWizard. 163, 84,000 for Wallbant. BirbWizard now getting into a bit of trouble, although with a J piece it is going to be completely fine. He's going to get that J. Going to get a delayed burn there, and the left side now being built out once again here for BirbWizard. Oh, gets the series of tucks there very high up. BirbWizard now getting up high. Oh, Wallbant tops out at 156! I was observing how BirbWizard was dealing with the situation, but as all that was happening, Wallbant tops out at 156. And BirbWizard can't tell if that was a natural top out or not, but either way, probably already heard the score and knew that he had won game number 3. So BirbWizard in chat is confirming that that was indeed a natural top out. But hey, sometimes it can definitely happen. Despite that, BirbWizard now finding himself into a game number 4. So the 2-1 advantage for Wallband. Game number 4 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. BirbWizard with a bit of an interesting situation here over to the right side. Getting a few good burns in though, so maybe J-piece would have been helpful. There you go. That's gonna work out as well. It's gonna stop BirbWizard from scoring any Tetrises up until 18 lines into the game and counting. But BirbWizard now has a clean board. Gonna get his first Tetris, goes up to 41,000 with a very clean board. Same cannot be said for Wallbant, who's now doing a bit of burning, now actually setting up for a Tetris here on row 2 and is gonna get that Tetris. 102 for Wallbant, sorry, and 41,000 for BirbWizard. Tetris there for BirbWizard goes up to 111. Wallbant at 129. Alright, 159 for BirbWizard, 200,000 for Wallbant. Both players going strong at the moment, stringing together a few Tetrises in a row. BirbWizard now with a hole on his board. Would have been hoping for an Elle piece. Elle doesn't arrive in time. Now gonna burn away a double there with that Lombar. He's gonna get another Lombar to the right side to take a triple, but is now set up for a Tetris on row 2. 241 for BirbWizard, 292 for Wallband. Tetris for BirbWizard goes up to 266. Wallband at 293. Tetris for BirbWizard goes up to 289, 295 for Wallband. BirbWizard, after getting a few Tetrises on row 2, decides to burn it down to row 1, back down to the bottom. Gonna tuck there with the J piece and a lumbar over to the left side, and now BirbWizard's board looking good once again. Wallband with a decent board, although a lumbar dependency over to the left side. We'll need some attention. The lumbar does arrive in time before the dependency could do too much damage. Now BirbWizard has taken the lead, although he's also ahead in lines by a few. So overall, looking at the efficiency, say it's roundabout even, especially as Wallband is now Tetris ready. And just holding out for this lumbar, but he's going to have to take a few burns if this lumbar is going to keep taking its time, which it has so far. It's going to arrive eventually. Wallband, after 103 lines, up to 364. BirbWizard at 113 lines at 422. Yeah, it's actually looking very neck and neck. Only 12,000 points to separate the two players. The 12 lines with 3 lines in hand. Sorry for Wallband. Both players are clean. Wallband is going to get the Tetris to go into the lead, but BirbWizard takes the lead straight back with that Tetris. Wallband then takes the lead back again. So yeah, it's pretty close. I think is the moral of the story. With these leads being exchanged, although BirbWizard now with a crucial misdrop at 125 lines. Needs to be quick about this. Can definitely handle this height, but doesn't have a lot of lines to work with until he transitions to level 19. And now has to do this dig right at the top of the board on level 19. Lumbar right now would be what he needs. Now needs an L or J, but gets a lumbar instead, and actually does work out. Now BirbWizard is bringing this down. Needs something for the right side. I could do it a late burn there with a J piece. So hoping for a 2 bottom rather quickly. Gets a couple of T pieces, which is going to work out. But it looks like BirbWizard is going to reopen the well and has survived that dig. Now just looking for the Tetris to cap off what was a life-saving dig there at the beginning of the post-transition. Another Tetris for BirbWizard. We have arrived at level 21. Level 22 for BirbWizard at 574. Wallbant, though, has taken the lead and capitalized on that burning. Up to 637. Still on level 21. Both players are now playing a very clean post-transition. 630 for BirbWizard, 639 for Wallband. Wallband doing a bit of burning. Gonna give BirbWizard a bit of room to cut down on this lead. But Wallband is now clean once again. Is a full level behind. It's gonna get that Tetris to take the lead. Exchange the lead a few times right there in that sequence. 704 for Wallband on level 23. 723 for BirbWizard, who's a full level ahead. Now Wallband taking a few burns here. And BirbWizard is going to Tetris into level 25 at 755. Wallband trying to get Tetris ready here on level 24, although some awkward pieces. Oh, that misdrop of the S piece now for Wallband. Just a very awkward situation to deal with. Is keeping calm and burning this down, but it's going to give BirbWizard potentially a true lead here as Wallband doesn't get the lumbar all the way over now. Lumbar dependency over to the left side, gets a lumbar over, but now this dig has gone from bad to worse, and that misdrop of the L piece is going to end it right there for Wallband. Done at 723 and BirbWizard. You can go ahead and play this out. A wonderful dig, which gave him momentum into a wonderful post-transition. Gonna take the lead as Wallband was topping out, and BirbWizard has secured himself a decider, has fought back. We are into a game number 5. BirbWizard has one more burn to give, or can just do roller things for the max out. We shall see. There's a Tetris up to level 30. Let's see if he can cap this off. A 999k on the dot. That is... Wow. A memorable game indeed. Not a max out, but more importantly, a win in game number 4. And another lifeline here for BirbWizard. 2 games down, 1 more to go to complete the reverse sweep, or will Wallbant hold on and stop the rot and take game number 5? We shall see. We've got it ready from Wallbant. BirbWizard just taking a sip of water, as he probably should. Hydration is very important. Wait, why don't they sell CTM water bottles? I'd literally buy one tomorrow, or like now, if that released. They should do that. That'd be so good, because like, you gotta drink water. I like water. Both players are ready, so game 5 now in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Monthly Tetris 2 with a rate of 10. Thank you so much. So what was once bitter frustration here for BirbWizard is now turned into gleeful excitement here going into game number 5, as he's gotten 2 games back to back. One of them a little bit luckier than the other one, but either way it doesn't change the fact that we are now into a game 5. Both players starting off solidly here. 72,000 here for BirbWizard, 91,000 for Wallband. So 106 for BirbWizard, 117 for Wallband. Tetris for Wallband goes up to 140. BirbWizard looking for a roof burn there. He's going to get it, although it ends up with a Llama dependency and a J-piece dependency pretty up high. This is now all of a sudden looking very awkward here for BirbWizard. Needs something over to the left side. He's going to get the T-piece over. Potentially the perfect piece right there. But still not out of danger whatsoever is BirbWizard. But he's going to reopen that Llama dependency. He's going to fill it in immediately. T-piece over to the left side, and BirbWizard on the verge of surviving once again, and is gonna get the Tetris right there. A huge scare survived there for BirbWizard. Gets another Tetris right there. 169 for BirbWizard, 216 for Wallbant. So 218 here for BirbWizard. Potentially a result from all that burning up top. BirbWizard is now ahead in lines. Now it's only by 4. It was 10 just a second ago. 219 for BirbWizard, 271 for Wallbant. Tetris for BirbWizard. Gonna go up to 292. Wallbant up to 322. Wallbant there, I believe that was a missed S over to the right side. Misses another piece over to the left side. Is not dirty Tetris ready. Would only be a triple if he got that lombo over to the right side, but unfortunately covers up that well before he can even do that. Let's get another lombo over. Now an opportunity for BirbWizard to take a lead. Actually in the score lead at the moment, but also ahead in lines by 8. And Wallbant going to take the lead straight back with a dirty Tetris. Although Wallbant now having to deal with the situation up top. Gotta be careful not to bleed for too long, as the 19-up transition is slowly approaching. 408 here for Wallband. 458 for BirbWizard. And BirbWizard looking good to take a lead into level 19 with the way things are looking on Wallband's board. Looks like he might just be able to get a clean board before the 19 speeds hit. But still that would require a cooperation with the given pieces. It's looking decent. Either way, BirbWizard now going to transition to level 19 at 490. Wallbant might be getting the sturdy Tetris into level 19, and that's exactly what he does. Transitions to 19 at 448 and now has a clean board, but ditto here for BirbWizard. 516 into level 20 for BirbWizard. 450 at the beginning of level 19 still here for Wallbant. Gonna get that Tetris. Tetris ready is Wallbant. Gonna get a Tetris right there. 500,000 for Wallbant. Tetris for BirbWizard goes up to 570 into level 21. Right now both players having a clean post. 625 is at 625 is BirbWizard's score. 579 is Wallband's score. BirbWizard has been slightly ahead in lines here on the post transition, but overall looks like he has his nose slightly ahead, as he's been having a very solid post, but could really say the same for Wallbant. Very strong decider here for both players. Tetris for Wallbant, 666,000 for Wallbant, 714 for BirbWizard. Tetris for Wallbant goes up to 697. Tetris for BirbWizard. Back-to-back Tetrises right there for BirbWizard. Goes all the way up to 774 on level 24. Wallbant getting to level 24 at 727. And BirbWizard enters level 25 at 806. A very strong decider here. And Wallbant now in some trouble. Oh, Wallbant in a world of hurt here. Still has his well open. Gets the Tetris over, but a horrible architectural nightmare there at the top of Wallbant's board. It's going to take him out at 762, and BirbWizard with a masterclass post-transition will be completing the reverse sweep and taking home the decider over Wallbant, and will be advancing to round number 2. GG's. Very strong set there from both players, but what a game there to finish it off here for BirbWizard. Looking to finish it off, looking to go maybe 1,000 points better than his previous game. We shall see. As he finishes this off, I shall look to report this. There it is. There's the max out here for BirbWizard. Let's see how far you can go. Up to level 32 now. Ah. Gonna end there at 823 for BirbWizard. But max out in the decider. A masterclass performance there for BirbWizard. Rightfully earning his place into the second round. And awaiting the winner of Trap Zone versus ID Kirby. Coming up next. Might be a little bit longer as I have to do a few things. But we shall be back with that in just a second. And you can enjoy this this ad because we're greedy and we want to make money. And yeah, so enjoy whatever ad you get. Have fun. Game number 1 of Trap Zone versus Kirby in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, the winner of this, going on to face the BirbWizard, who just completed a reverse sweep of the great Wallbant in our opening match. The 8 versus the 9 seed of the round 1 matches. At least seed-wise, you'd expect this to be the closest of them all. But we shall see. ID Kirby, 1.2 player Trap Zone, a 1.3 player, and often seen playing in Masters events, but with how ZTM quals are nowadays, sometimes you can find players like that in futures. That's just the nature of the beast. And to illustrate that point, the infamous Cheesefish, star of the second episode of Community Chronicles, which you can find on YouTube, hosted by me. So yeah, definitely just a shameless plug. He's in futures, and he's regarded as one of the best players in the world. ID Kirby with a Megavitz, but isn't actually going to tuck the lumbar. Was actually just some misdrops that led to that formation being formed. Actually, Trap Zone in a lot of danger. A lot of danger. That's actually going to take her out. Trap Zone is going to be done at 78,000. Very, don't even know what happened. The Trap Zone is done at 78,000 and ID Kirby going to be taking game number 1. God, I love water. Both players are ready. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Trap Zone, a former winner of the Champions Summit, which included a run of beating Vandweller in the first round. Then beating Guerrero from Colombia in a infamous match for various reasons, and then beat player called Former Future in the finals. And you can see that that's funny because now Trap Zone is playing in Future Circuit. Get it? You know, that's pretty funny, I think. And yeah, that was that was like 2 years ago or something. That was a while ago. And has gone on to accomplish many and better things. But there was once a time where Trap Zone was in Division 7 and became the second ever Division 7 max outer in Classic Tetris League. Just some fun facts for you there. 96,000 for Trap Zone, 75,000 for ID Kirby. Pumpy Hard gifting a subscription to a channel to Pollo, the organizer of C2WC Mexico, who made a big announcement today or yesterday, or I don't remember when. Either way, wait, scores. 189 for Trap Zone, 147 for Kirby. Should probably be able to tell the scores to the players, you know, since that's your #1 job. But either way, Pollo, known as the lead person of C2WC Mexico, who will be hosting their own tournament. I don't know much about it, because I don't think I read the announcement, because I think it was in Spanish. But there will be a tournament hosted by them, and I think it has to do with C2WC, and it's by Pollo, so it's gonna be good. Tetris right there for Kirby, gonna go up to 205. Trap Zone set up for a pretty dirty Tetris, will be a perfect wall transfer down. Unfortunately, is gonna have to bail on that. Is gonna get the Tetris eventually. And now set up for some sort of concoction that is looking like a roof burn. Might be going aggressive for that Tetris, and it decides against it. Gonna take these extra burns. Is ahead in the score, so definitely a reasonable decision right there. 294 for Trap Zone as she gets a Tetris. 317 for Trap Zone. 254 for Kirby. Alright, so Trap Zone at 417, Kirby at 349. So ID Kirby at 406, Trap Zone at 454. Alright, so Trap Zone has transitioned to level 19 at 548. Kirby at 481. And Kirby going to be transitioning to level 19 at 487. A very troublesome left side though. He's going to get a Tetris to burn it down, so now more accessible here with the left. Lots of Z pieces on the cards would be optimal. Gonna find a few alternate burns, and Kirby gonna be back down to the bottom with a more promising left side. Gonna be stacking a couple Lombars on top of each other. Trap Zone, meanwhile, has taken a commanding lead here. Is a level ahead, but at 660,000, 140,000 points ahead of Kirby at 525. Kirby gets a Tetris though. Trap Zone taking a few burns, but JP's here would be quite helpful to her cause. Now getting a bit more awkward. A few more holes forming here on Trapzone's board, but slowed down enough that shouldn't prove too much of a challenge here for Trapzone. ID Kirby, meanwhile, getting up very high, is actually going to top out at 558. Couldn't get that Lombor over to the left side. And it's going to be done at 558, so Trapzone, in the end, going to be leveling up the set at 1-1. Alright, I've got readies from both players, so game number 3 and 3, 2, 1 Tetris. So we've got Futures Orange today. This is for the live viewers mostly, this information. So if you're on YouTube, you can basically ignore all of what I'm about to say. Wait, these matches, do they even get uploaded? I completely forget if these matches get uploaded to YouTube. Either way, on tomorrow, we will have Challengers Blue. And it was originally going to be me who's hosting, but unfortunately, turns out I've got work on Saturday, which I didn't know about until today. So I think someone else is taking over. I think it's Sharky. Not sure, but someone will be taking over that stream. And yeah, that's been a running pattern with me. So if you're wondering why you're seeing less of me, it's mostly because I usually don't know my schedules very far in advance. Which is good for everyone who watches CTM, but unfortunately bad for my bank balance. So, you know, since I am selfish, that's I see that as a negative. But either way, Kirby and Trapzone very close here in this game. 146 for Trapzone, 142 for Kirby. Trapzone now set up for a triple over to the right side, which she is going to get. Now looks to be setting up here on row 2. No, actually, decides to maybe try and set up for a column 9 Tetris instead. Gonna get that Tetris right there. 187 here for Trapzone. Oh, the nice untuck there. What would it even be called? The S fat, not the S flat. Aaron tuck, is that called the Aaron tuck? I didn't know Aaron invented things. 214 here for Trapzone, 245 for Kirby. So we've got 312 for ID Kirby and 312 for Trap Zone, sorry. 362 for ID Kirby. So 434 for ID Kirby, 380 for Trap Zone. And I was mentioning Pollo hosting CTWC Mexico tournament very soon. There will be a match arena for that, so if you do want to contribute to the prize pool, contribute to the players who are practicing to get better every single day over in Mexico, definitely do check out the match arena. The name of the match arena is CTWC Mexico, so do check it out. They are friends of this stream of CTM, so if you want to help them out, definitely do check them out. That rhymed. Wonderful. 506 here for Kirby, and is going to get a nice roof burn right there. Nicely done. 455 for Trap Zone. Tetris here for Trap Zone, so Kirby looking like he's going to be able to take a slight advantage here to the post level 18. We all know how dangerous Trap Zone can be on the later levels, so a lot to be played for here in this game number 3. And Trap Zone is going to be taking the triple into level 19, going to be taking another triple, 515 for Trap Zone, 561 for Kirby, also on level 19 now. Both players have clean boards. Trap Zone having to take a few burns here. Has a nice double well, is going to take a skim right there to get Tetris ready, 543 for Trap Zone, but have to cover up the well. Is going to get a Tetris to bring it back down, 570 here for Trap Zone, 590 for a Kirby. Trap Zone at 597. Kirby at 592. Kirby getting up high. Didn't want to take any burns. Still has the well open and has been able to take a few last-ditch burns, but without the slalom bar, all hope is lost, and Kirby is going to be done at 596, and Trap Zone at 626 is going to be able to take game number 3 and the 2-1 advantage here in the set. Got a ready from Trap Zone and a ready from Kirby. So game number 4 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Trap Zone really needing something over to the left side and didn't show up in time, but gonna be able to take a few burns here. Still a tough situation, but JPS is gonna be very helpful. Now the board is high, but still looking very accommodating, and Trap Zone without Tetris out of danger. Gonna get another one right there. 73,000 here for Trap Zone, 75,000 for Kirby. So Trap Zone at 165. Kirby at 152. Kirby with a Lombard dependency over to the left side. He's going to plug it with a JP, so it's going to create a hole. But was still Tetris ready. Now having to take a few skims, but going to be handling them fine. And going to be reopening that Lombard dependency, which has now just turned into a J dependency, but fills it with a Lombard anyways. 183 for Kirby. 220,000 for Trap Zone. So 233 here for Kirby, 290 for Trap Zone. Both players with clean boards, although Kirby had a J dependency, which wasn't filled immediately, and now this S tower is going to take out Kirby at 234. And Trap Zone at 315 is going to be taking game number 4 and the 3-1 victory. A tough ending there for Kirby. Fought well, but in the end, Trap Zone with that line spin there for good measure. Gonna be taking the set in 4 and setting up the clash with the BirbWizard in round number 2. So there we have it. Trap Zone and BirbWizard. Our second round matchup here in our opening bracket of this month's Future Circuit. So that'll be coming up in just a second as I get it set up. Tetris Time versus Cheese. That is a banger of a matchup. Oh my god, I just noticed that now. Alright, so we have a ready from BirbWizard. Do we have a ready from Trap Zone? I don't know. I'm blind. Yes? Okay, sure. Wait, what? No, that's incorrect. Game number 1 of the second round in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. BirbWizard with a perfect 3-wide hole. Looked very nice there. Now gonna be creating some holes in the attempts to not create a Lombard dependency. 69,000 here for both players. BirbWizard now with a Tetris on row 3. And seems to be content with keeping the well there. So 136 here for BirbWizard, 111 for Trap Zone. Trap Zone though with a cleaner board, as BirbWizard seems to be trying to get this board down. Or maybe just setting up for a road to left wall Tetris. Why not? He's gonna get it right there with that Lombard. 162 for BirbWizard. 136 here for Trap Zone. Trap Zone getting a few good burns off. And gonna get the roof burn there with the Lombar. Reopens the well, creates a few holes, but at least reopens the well and is gonna be able to get that Tetris. So it could have been potentially a little bit of a potential scare for Trap Zone. Now a lot more dependency actually on her board. Assuming that it does arrive sooner rather than later, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Creates a hole instead by burning with a J piece. At least has the well reopen. We'll get the Tetris right there. Trap Zone at 196. BirbWizard at 180. Trap Zone at 225, BirbWizard at 204. BirbWizard's left side can be solved there with an Elle piece. Trap Zone with a 3-high tuck setup. And solves it with a square into a J piece tuck. Gets a Tetris right there. 271 for Trap Zone. 275 for BirbWizard. Trap Zone there, I think something went wrong with an S piece, but finding some interesting solutions instead. Now set up for either a Z-spin or a T-tuck. Neither piece showing up, so now has to burn with the square piece, which is going to add further complications here onto Trap Zone's board. BirbWizard, meanwhile, is clean, Tetris ready. At 333, Trap Zone at 331. BirbWizard is quite a few lines behind though, so you give the advantage here for BirbWizard. BirbWizard now in some danger, gets a lot of S pieces, some misdrops here for BirbWizard. Now the board looking a lot more complicated, but still has some burning options down to the bottom. But that left side is a huge danger point here for BirbWizard. BirbWizard in so much danger. And misdrops the S piece, and that's going to be the end of BirbWizard here in game number 1, Trap Zone. Already on level 20 and has taken the lead, so Trap Zone taking game number 1. Here in our second round. And BirbWizard saying in chat that a ghost burn was the end of him right there, which can definitely happen. Anyone who has played this game can definitely attest to that. So you see already here from BirbWizard. And we've got already here from Trap Zone. So game number 2 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. BirbWizard tucking in an eyepiece. It wasn't an eyepiece dependency, so you know you can give him a little bit of leeway with that. 85,000 here for BirbWizard, 116 for Trap Zone. So 140 here for Trap Zone, gonna get that Tetris. 163 now, 131 for BirbWizard. Now BirbWizard with a few dependencies on his board. Gonna cost him a couple of burns. Looking like it won't be too many though, assuming that he does get this piece now for the middle. Now 2 wide would be perfect. A square piece does work. And a couple of J's are going to fix his board. 163 for BirbWizard, 231 for Trap Zone. BirbWizard had a Lombard dependency, which has devolved into more of a situation now. Needs an L or J, does get the J eventually, but still proving troublesome as another hole appears here on BirbWizard's board. A square piece is going to be immensely helpful in his efforts to bring this down. Trap Zone meanwhile building up quite a lead. Looks like BirbWizard is going to be able to survive. Gotta be careful with saying that as board is once again going up in height. A well-timed Lombard or a J piece gonna be very helpful right there. And BirbWizard's gonna be fine, but meanwhile Trap Zone taking a very commanding lead here. BirbWizard at 232, but behind by 120,000 points. Trap Zone at 352. And BirbWizard still with a couple of complications on his board. Not looking lethal at the moment, but gonna stop him from scoring any Tetrises at this current moment. It was almost looking like he might have been setting up for a very dirty Tetris, but thinks better of it as a Lombard shows up and now set up for a very dirty Tetris, but will take the first opportunity to burn it down with an L piece. And it's just been a suffer dig here for BirbWizard. Gonna get a Lombard over to the right side. Gonna be helpful here. Still hanging in there, but this has cost him so many lines of potential score Tetrises. As Trap Zone just running away with this game at the moment. Keeping it clean. 456 here for Trap Zone. Nearly 200,000 points ahead of BirbWizard. Still not out of this dig, and then had to build an S-Spire. So now it's looking like BirbWizard would just be happy to have a clean board going into the transition. And not even that is looking like a guarantee at this point. As he gets higher and higher and some missed pieces over to the left and right. It's going to be the end of Burb. Tops out at 266, a true suffer game there. And Trap Zone taking the 2-0 advantage here in the set. Alright, both players are ready. Game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. BirbWizard is gonna get the Elle eventually. Left side still not looking perfect. Now has a Lombard Pensy on the left side. That piece doesn't burn, so now all of a sudden, a little bit of troubles here at the beginning of game number 3 here for BirbWizard. Just trying to get this well reopened, and it's not happening at the moment. Oh, mistraps here for BirbWizard. Board now falling apart. BirbWizard still has Lombard well open for a Tetris and needs to find a way to open it ASAP. Has it open, closes it once again as he tries to burn this out. BirbWizard, this is such an amazing dig. There might be for naught as BirbWizard tops out at 18,000 and Trap Zone at 140,000. Heartbreaking set here for the BirbWizard. The Trap Zone in the end grabbing herself a spot into the semifinals. Tough break there for BirbWizard. We all know is an amazing player, but sometimes you just have those days. So there it is, Trap Zone. Number 8 seed, booking herself a spot into the semifinals, taking on the winner of the blue bracket, which is obviously headlined by the rolling revolutionary himself, Cheese, in Future Circuit this month. So we shall see what happens there. Trap Zone waiting the winner of the blue bracket.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.